Hello and welcome to the EnSpirit podcast, where we inspire you to develop and enhance your entrepreneurial talents and skills. This series is packed full of information, tips and interviews that help you change and find the edge in your game. I'm your host, Baiju. I'm a performance psychologist, and I've been working with entrepreneurs and business owners for the last 25 years, helping them improve their game. To find out more information about me, please look on all social media platforms, but specifically Clubhouse and Instagram. Before we launch this week's episode, I'd love to tell you about the Change Your Game Scorecard. If you're struggling to achieve what you really want and you're not sure where to start, the Change Your Game Scorecard will help you identify where you need to improve. Life is a game, and there are 3 core games you need to conquer to succeed in life. That's the inner game, your mindset, your emotions, your thoughts. Your game plan, that's your strategy and your roadmap. And then your outer game, how consistent and persistent you are in taking actions. The Change Your Game Scorecard will help you identify how strong you are in each of those games. Please visit changeyourgamescorecard.com for more information and get your report today. Thank you for listening. Hi, welcome to the next EnSpirit podcast. My name is Baiju, and today we're going to talk about the power of niching, what niching is, why it's so powerful, and why so many people mistake what niching is. So in today's podcast, I want you to first of all understand that niching is not just about understanding how to create and run a great business. It's more about positioning yourself in a way that people understand you and it's make it easier for you to attract your customers. So let me tell you about where the word niche comes from. Niche comes from the Italian word, because from an Italian word, that means nest. So how's that relevant to you? Well, think about this. Is what we're talking about when we're niching is we want to occupy a nest in someone's brain. And when we occupy a certain nest in someone's brain, we own that real estate. So if I said to you, fast food burgers, the real estate automatically for most of us will be McDonald's. That's the real estate we occupy in someone's brain. If I talked about fizzy drink, we think Coca-Cola. If I talk about sort of a luxury car, we might talk about a Lamborghini or a Porsche, maybe a Mercedes in some instance. So you've got to ask yourself this, is when you occupy some real estate in someone's mind, you then have their attention. When you've got their attention, it gives you the opportunity and the power to start to influence and position your services. So when you start to think about niche in your business, you've got to ask yourself this question, is when someone thinks of you, what do you want them to think of? Now, a lot of the work I do as a performance psychologist is all around helping successful entrepreneurs find the edge in their game. Because when you find the edge in your game, you're more likely to get a result. That's the focus I work on. But I'm also, if you've probably seen me on Clubhouse, I'm also known as like the accountability coach or the sniper coach. And I've got that name because I'm very focused in getting people to the hub of the problem. So now, when someone thinks about accountability, when someone thinks about niching, when someone thinks about getting to the root of the problem, they're going to think of me. That's the nest occupying someone's brain. So why niching is so important is it allows your customer to understand where you are placed. And when you start to niche, especially micro niche, it does 2 things. Number one, it helps you understand how to talk to your audience. A lot of people say to me, do you know what? I'm not really sure how to find my audience. It's the wrong question to ask. A better powerful question to ask is, how can my audience find me? Because when you switch it around, you say, okay, the way people are always looking, look, we're scrolling, we're going on the internet, we're tweeting, we're on Instagram, we're going on Clubhouse, we're always looking for stuff. So you've got to make it easy because there's so much noise out there. You've got to make it easy as possible for someone when the amount of attention they've being exposed to, amount of information that you can slice through that, you can cut through that. So when your messaging is that focused, it's easier for them to talk to you. So when they can talk to you, it's easier for them for you to engage and potentially sell your products or services. So what niching does, it allows you to get clarity on your message, but it also makes it easier for the customer to contact you. So when you don't niche, what you're basically doing is you're saying to your customer, you need to work out the thing that I provide and then decide whether you want to buy me. Now, we all know, right? A confused customer means no customer because they're not going to buy. We want clarity. We want to earn money, but we want to buy some stuff as well. So make it easier for your customer by being clear on your messaging, by being clear on exactly what product or service you provide. Now, one of the biggest fears when people start to think about niching is, well, what if I'll eliminate a lot of my market? Well, exactly. You are eliminating people that don't really need you. You don't really want you. Because if you start to serve everybody, you're serving nobody. So the fear is unfounded because you're thinking, I'm going to then lose business. You're not. You're actually, by focusing down on a specific target audience, on a specific message for a specific problem or solution you provide, you're making it easier for the customer then to say, oh, that's the person I want to speak to. That's the person I need to engage with, and they come and contact you. So the fear that you have about I'm going to actually eliminate a market is actually the reverse. You actually heighten the market, because what you're then doing is there's a certain individuals who then want to use your services. Now I hear this a lot, especially in the sort of the service-based industry, coaching and therapy and here the therapy. Well, I can solve everybody's problem. I'm a life coach. I'm a performance coach. I'm a therapist. There's not a problem I can't solve. But the problem there is the person with the problem.
Sorry, I couldn't hear.
That's my the problem with the problem with the problem doesn't want someone who's sort of a generic. They want to know, can you solve my issue? And then the exchange happens, and then the communication happens. So what niche does, it opens up markets for you. It doesn't close down markets, because when you open up markets, the market start listening. So by niching, your message gets clearer. The customer finds it easier to find you. The second thing it does is this, is like I say, you eliminate the fear by actually honing down in your marketplace. Now, when you start niching, what it does, if you start to earn the right to open up your niche. So let me give you an example. Say someone niched in, I deal with, so they're a relationship coach, but their speciality is dealing with divorcees. That's all they do. They're a specialist relationship, but only for people who've been divorced who now want to get to find their next partner. That's their specialism. So imagine they create that niche and they really hone down at the niche. All of a sudden, they get really good at that. And you might find someone thinks, you know what, if they know how to find relationships for people who have been divorced, could they actually help people prevent getting divorced in the first place because they understand the problem? All of a sudden, you create another vertical, another niche, by virtue of you focusing on your first niche. But you've got to earn the right to create second and third and fourth niches. So when you start to niche, you're creating a nest in someone's brain. When you create that nest, you start to hone down your focus around that, and then the market starts to understand you. As the market starts to understand you, you get peripheral markets around you. Think, well, if they can solve that problem, can they solve that problem? Then you have the opportunity and you have the right now to open up another niche. And that's what niching is. So I hope that is useful for you. I hope that allows you to understand the power of niching. Don't overcomplicate these things. Don't think that by niching you're going to eliminate a market. You're not. So this is my challenge to you, and I'd love to hear from you. Is ask yourself this question: what's the one specific problem or the one specific solution you would like to offer a particular target audience? Don't worry about how you will find that audience. Is by you being really succinct in your messaging, by you being very focused in terms of what problem and or solution provide, what you're doing is giving your market to find you. That's what you want to do. You want to get to the point where they start finding you so they can send you a direct message or tweet you or text you or whatever it may be, whatever the modus operandi is. Because remember, people are waking up every single day. Everybody's got problems. Everybody's got issues, and they're always looking for solutions. So they may look for a solution for themselves, but there's going to be a point where they think, I need someone else to help me with this. And if your messaging is clear, it creates cut through, they're more likely to reach out to you, then you can have that exchange. So I hope that helped in understanding what niching. I hope that helped in terms of understanding your marketplace. If you want more information about this podcast or anything else, just drop me a DM and I look forward to hearing from you. So that's today's podcast recorded. I hope you're well, and I look forward to seeing you very soon. Take care. Thank you for listening. To find out more about myself or the Change Your Game Scorecard, you can visit changeyourgamescorecard.com, where you can find out how strong your game is and get a full detailed report. Also, if you found this episode useful, please do leave a rating or a review in iTunes to help others discover it too. Until the next time, my name is Baiju.